All right, awesome. So Dixie, thank you so much for doing this.
Sure.
I'm really excited to talk to you for a number of reasons, but what we're going to talk about today is just your process that you've gone through with me, with ConquerMe, as part of the gym. I've been knowing you for a long time.
Yes.
I've seen you in and out of some different things and places. You've tried a handful of programs at this point.
A handful.
So that's why I wanted to
understatement.
talk to you, because what you're doing right now is really working.
Right.
It's working beautifully. So let's start with, where were you before you found ConquerMe?
Oh, it was horrible. It was a horrible place. Just a small backstory. I started diet pills in the 8th grade.
Okay.
Fast forward 30 years plus.
Got some experience with this?
Yeah. 30 years plus, and I've tried program, pills, shots.
Yeah.
I've been to quote unquote doctors.
Yeah.
I've done a military diet. I've done one diet where I boiled chicken and beets 3 times a day.
That's great.
I've seriously done it all. So yes, I was health wise, I was horrible. That was just in a bad place.
Yeah. So I remember seeing, like, every couple months on Facebook, you would be doing some other thing.
Yes.
And I'd go, there's Dixie again, right? And we can talk about that now, because I feel like we've got some wins, right? And we're moving in the right direction. And so, but I remember seeing that stuff, and I'm like, it would burden me, because I'm going, Dixie just doesn't know. Like, she's willing to try, she's willing to do the work, and she desperately wants to get in a better place with her health and her fitness, but none of this stuff's really going to help her.
Right.
And so when you came through, what was it that you responded to? How did you connect with me about ConquerMe?
I got to a point where the yo-yo dieting was not working.
Yeah.
And, I would lose gain. And I knew what I needed to do, but I knew that it was not a quick fix.
Right.
It was not going to happen in a week. It was
Right.
not going to happen in 2 weeks like I wanted it
Gonna
to.
have to work.
Right. So I went on vacation and came back, and I got on the scale, and I was like, and I know I'm not supposed to get on the scale, but I get on the scale.
Right.
And I looked at that number, and I was like, what I've been doing is not working.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I've been following your Facebook, see people it's transforming their lives. I'm like, honestly, I went into it like just one more thing to try. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
That's how one more thing to try, and I'll do it. If it doesn't work, I'll move on to something else.
Right. Well, you told me that. You're like, I'm just gonna try this because I feel like I haven't done it yet.
Right.
And it's another thing that I can
Yes.
test out,
Yes.
basically.
Yep.
So there was a lot of mindset. I mean, even our first conversation, there's been tears along the way and a lot of that. And to me, your physical transformation has been amazing, which we'll talk about. But talk about, where were you mentally when you came in and we met in the office?
Oh, I was depressed. I was not mentally healthy at all. I had hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Like, everything I thought about myself was based on my weight, based on that number on the scale.
Yeah.
And sorry.
You're good. You're good.
And it was a bad place.
Yeah.
I was in a dark place, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, so I sense that. And you've had some conversation with Andrea, and you and I have had some conversation. So talk to me about, kind of looking back now, knowing what you know, what were some of the things maybe that you were even unaware of that were holding you back from having success in the past?
Myself. I got into my own head.
Yeah.
That I wasn't worth it. That I didn't deserve it. And that, that no one really cared. And then I woke up one day, I was like, you know what? There's got to be something different. There's got to be something better. I'm more than just what I am worthy. I'm deserving of this. And it's more than what that number says on the scale.
Yeah. So did ConquerMe help you establish some of that?
Yes.
What was that like for you with mindset? I mean, I know you came in here looking for another recipe, looking for another meal plan, looking for another exercise routine.
Right.
You asked me, like, what's different about the exercise that might be, you were where everybody else goes, is we're looking for the magic workout or the magic, macros or meal plan. So what was different about ConquerMe?
It was a place where I felt like you catered. Not just you, just all the coaches.
Right.
I mean, everybody knows me by name.
Yeah.
And they make sure that they speak. And I've been in gyms, that they don't speak to you. They don't
Right.
know your name. You're just another number.
Right.
And I feel like, and that was just like the first week, 2 weeks, that I felt like everybody here cared about where you are and how to make sure you succeed. I mean, that's been the biggest thing is your coaches have been wonderful. I mean, they all know me.
Yeah.
They know I cheat a little bit every now and then.
Right.
But they push me, and I know it's
And
a
we
good thing.
call you on
Yes,
your
you do.
stuff,
Yes,
right?
you do, because you know how.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that's mentorship.
Yes.
Right. So what we do in ConquerMe is considered mentorship, and we call it mentorship because it's so much more than just counting your reps and giving you meal plans. Right. That we're so far beyond that, and we understand now that if someone comes in here and they don't love themselves, how am I going to start with a meal plan and an exercise routine?
Right.
Like, we've got to teach you first how to have a better relationship with yourself.
Exactly.
And you made some comments to Andrea, and it moved me significantly about the way you were seeing yourself and how that's changed. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah. So when I first come in again, I was very down on myself. That I like I said, I didn't think I was worthy and deserving of it. But as time went on, I was like, you know what? I do deserve this.
Yeah.
I'm better than this. I'm better than the number on the scale. And ever since then, my self-esteem and just confidence level has just gone through the roof. Like, I'm just so much happier. Now, there's days I struggle to get in here.
Sure.
Because it's just, it's life. Life happens.
It's work, right?
It is. But I get in here as 3 times a week for class. And then I usually try to do one day by myself.
Yep.
And it's just, and if I did miss a week about a month ago. And I could tell that my just mood in just that 1 week just changed. I'm like, oh no, see,
back at it.
Back at it. Got to get back at it.
So is this the longest you've ever stuck to anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I've been here since June.
Yeah.
It is.
It's awesome.
It is.
I love it. So talk to me a little bit about what you've accomplished so far since coming through ConquerMe.
So number wise, I think I've lost like 23 pounds and 17 inches. I dropped 2 pant sizes.
All right.
But again, the confidence level, the self-esteem, the way I feel about myself, the way I approach life now, it's just so much. It's so much more than the number on the scale.
Yeah.
It is. It's just numbers are good. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Number. I used to get that step on the scale every single morning.
Yeah.
And depending on what that number said, it affected my
entire day and mood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now I may get on them once every 2 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just more than the number. I feel healthier. I sleep better. I have more energy. I don't binge watch TV all the time now because I work at home a lot.
Yeah.
So I used to, when I get log off at 4:30, 5 o'clock, I would walk the 25 steps from my office to the living room and sit there and watch TV until 9 o'clock at night. And I did that day in and day out.
Yep.
But now I may not even cut my TV on. I know I come in here in the afternoons and I just have so much more energy. And if I just sit down for a little bit, it's like, I got to find something to do.
So better habits with your lifestyle altogether, right?
Correct, yes.
I see the mindset piece, which is huge. And you said something that I want people to get. It's like, if you change the way that you think about your current set of circumstances and who you are and what you deserve and what type of work you're willing to do, and you show up to life with a completely different mindset from being a victim, I don't feel good, I don't look good, I don't like myself, I'm depressed, I don't deserve it, to I do deserve it, I'm willing to do the work, I'm worth it, every area of your life will start to shift.
Right.
And then naturally, the weight takes care of itself. Naturally, the medications start to go away. The energy level starts to come up. So you've been another great example of someone who has really leaned into the mindset piece. And as a result of that, everything else kind of falls in place. And to me, for you, Dixie, I see sustainability. Now that you're perceiving yourself and life and fitness and all these things way different than you ever have, you've got a chance to make this stick forever.
Right.
Whereas before, there was no foundation.
Right. Right. Because in the past, I would go to a program or a meal plan, whatever you want to call it, and it was to that point. I mean, there was no wiggle room.
Right.
And it would be so structured that I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But here, the first few weeks, we adjusted things.
Yeah.
A little at a time.
Right.
I didn't try to do 100 different changes in the first week,
Right.
which really helped me
That's
because
key.
if I go, can I say this, balls to the walls?
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
when I do it, I won't last. I don't, and that's why I yo-yoed
Right.
for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was baby steps, and that's what I needed to adjust my life.
Yeah. So the all or nothing mentality doesn't work.
Nope.
It's what dieters do.
Right.
They go all in, they hit it hard, they follow it exactly to a T. Their friends invite them to the Mexican restaurant.
Right.
They go, they have a dinner that they're not supposed to have. It's not on the plan, and then they're done.
Right.
They're right back to this whole cycle of trying to do it again, looking for the next thing. So that's really important. I want people to understand that. ConquerMe is more about sustainability. It's not about drastic overnight changes. We want to fix the mindset. We want to develop the skills, the habits, the routines, the disciplines across all of our lifestyles slowly, consistently, over time, not all at once,
Right.
so that you can do this forever.
Exactly.
Do you feel equipped right now? And do you feel like you can continue to make your progress by having, of course, some support around here, but do you feel like you have the tools to be successful long-term?
Yes, I do now. Yes, because I had to change my mind about my whole lifestyle. I had to get rid of the idea that I'm gonna fix it in a week, and that's
Dieters, y'all listen up.
right. I didn't gain it in a week.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna get it off in a week.
yeah,
And I think that's part of the issue is when you start a new program, you may see mine is your
Yep.
program. You may see great results the first 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
But after that, you level off. And then that's when you get discouraged.
Right. You lose all the water weight, and then
Right, because you're losing 5-6 pounds the first 3 weeks. And
Yeah.
then the fourth week, you're only losing half a pound. You're
Right.
like, well, what the crap?
Yeah, it's not working.
Exactly. And then you continue to lose only half a pound or nothing at all. And after 2 months, you're like, I'm done with this. I'll go into something
Yeah.
new. But here, it was so much different. It came off gradual, pound, half pound.
Yep.
I'm like, and I really had to fight and struggle to get through that.
Yeah.
Because I had that mentality, the number on the scale has to come off now.
Right.
Or I'm done.
Or it's not working.
Right, right. But I really I fought for that.
Yeah.
I fought through that. I had to push myself through that.
Yeah. So what was different about this program with the level of support and the work and the homework and the things that you had to kind of work on and do from other programs that you've done in the past?
Accountability.
Accountability.
Because I knew that on Fridays at lunchtime, Andrea was calling me.
That's it. It's powerful.
And I knew that I had to have this checked off.
Yep.
If I didn't, I felt like I failed.
Yeah.
Not that it was a pass-fail relationship we had, but I had to prove to myself that I could do it.
Right.
And I knew that I had to do it, not for you guys, but for
Right.
myself, because I'm at an age where I don't want to be on a lot of medication.
Right.
And my high blood pressure and diabetes and all these medical issues run in my family.
Yeah.
And my mom, she was on 3-4 different medications. I don't want that.
Right.
I'm really trying really hard not to get to that point.
Yeah.
Because obesity runs in my family. We love to eat.
Yeah.
We are from South Carolina.
That's right.
If it ain't fried, we're not eating.
I'm with you. I know.
So, but the accountability, the structure,
Yeah.
the guidance, that was very key for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's solid. And that's what a mentor does, right? Is a mentor is in place, not to tell you what to do, not to do the work for you, but to pull the best out of you.
Right.
We know it's there. You want to do the work. We're just providing the structure and the framework and then holding your feet to that. And to me, I've noticed that tends to be the difference maker from other programs, right? It's versus them just giving you the information. We're actually helping you apply it slowly. We help you course correct.
Right.
And it's not an overnight thing. So awesome. So last question, what would you say to someone who's kind of on the fence about maybe I should go join a gym or maybe I should do ConquerMe? Why would you tell them to do ConquerMe?
Because it works. And no matter who you are, you're worthy of it.
Good.
You deserve it. And it just, the structure, the guidance, the support is just amazing. You couldn't ask for anything better. Because if I have a question, I know that I can come to anybody and they're going to ask me, and I'm not just another number. I mean, guys, really get to know your clients, which really is important to some of us.
Yeah, of course.
Especially those of us who are intimidated by gyms. We're intimidated about coming in here.
Right.
Well, in the beginning it was. Now I don't care. But now I don't care.
We're past that.
There's that. But it's you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Because nobody else is, and you're so worth it.
So good.
Yeah.
Awesome job. Hey, if you were encouraged or inspired by this video and you'd like to know how you can work within the ConquerMe program, go to ConquerMeCoaching.com and apply.